Welcome back, my YouTube family and friends. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. Come on in, come and join us for these janky videos. Today I will be showing you guys how I make Vietnamese egg rolls. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is gonna be my first time really following like a recipe and trying my best to make the most authentic Vietnamese egg rolls. And if anyone like really knows me and knows my family, my dad, he's known for the egg rolls that he make. Any functions, by the way, disclaimer or whatever, please don't mind these bumps on my lip. Like, I don't have bumps, I don't have herpes. I just had an allergic reaction to something, okay? So we're just going to bypass that. Anyway, any like functions, family gatherings, Thanksgiving, any holiday, any weddings, whatever you want, whatever special occasion you have, my dad will show up with the egg rolls. So I'm gonna be trying to follow like a recipe. I'll try my best to follow like the recipe that's like the most authentic in my opinion. Of course, in pure Helen fashion, I'm going to be, you know, remixing it, tweaking some things, changing some things up. I'm actually gonna try to use turkey meat this time because I know y'all tired of me using hold on, quick sweat removal break. Where's my napkin at? This is like this is a tradition. Every time the camera comes on, I just like fucking sweat like a whore in church because I just have anxiety for whatever reason or premenopause. But anyway, what was I saying? I'm gonna be using turkey meat instead today. It pretty much comes out the same because I've tried that before. I've actually used turkey meat to make egg rolls for like a gathering, like a friends gathering that I had. And yeah, it was fine. I'm just gonna show you guys the ingredients that I, you know, like decided to use in this recipe, and I'll list them down in the description box. But I'm just gonna let y'all know right now, when I cook, I have no idea about any measurements. That's why I fucking suck at baking, because you need to be precise when you bake. So I don't know the measurements and stuff like that. But when you're making something like egg rolls, I feel like you can eyeball pretty much everything as long as you don't put too much. I'm just gonna give you like the basics, and you can like do it however you want to, you know, add your own seasonings, add your own vegetables, add your own type of meat, take out the meat, you know, whatever you want to do. Most important thing in making egg rolls is the egg roll wrap, okay? So to achieve like the crunchy, like real crispy, thin type of like egg roll wrap, I normally like to use this kind. I've seen my dad use this for many of years, so I'm just going to stick to what I know. This is called Spring Home Taish. How do you even pronounce that? T-Y? I said T-Y. TYJ spring roll pastry. And these type of egg roll wraps are like really thin, so it makes it very crispy and so delicious. And the good thing about these type of egg rolls is you can always make like a whole bunch of them, make them in bulk and freeze them. And it has like a long like freezer life. So you're able to just keep reheating them and it tastes just as good as the very first time. Most of these things that I'm going to be showing you guys, like the ingredients and stuff, you can find it at your local Asian supermarket. I'm pretty sure the vegetable portion of it, you can find it in your American supermarket, because these are just like regular vegetables and stuff like that. But this, I don't know if they sell these like in American supermarket. I'm going to be honest with you. If you want to take a screenshot of this, I'm going to give y'all a couple seconds. 1, 2. You're gonna need, now, it ain't me if I don't butcher something. I think this is called a jicama, whatever. It's however you pronounce it. I think when I googled it, it said a Mexican turnip. I can't even speak English, so I googled it. I just wanted to like see how I can like describe it to you guys, because it just looks like a ancient onion. But really it's like a they said that it's like a hybrid of pear and potato. You can also use, I think you can use, don't quote me on this, I'm just assuming because it looks like it, but you could probably use like a white radish too, because I even purchased a white radish earlier, not knowing that, okay, I need to get this to be more like accurate. Also, my dad doesn't use these, but I was looking up a recipe on Google too, just to like see like different types of, you know, recipes that people make egg rolls and what they use in it. I like eating egg rolls with carrots in it because it adds like a, you know, like a different texture to the meat. You're gonna need some shallots or shallots, and it just gives it like a nice aroma and flavor to it. Another thing that you will have to go to an Asian supermarket to purchase, sweat break, these vermicelli mung bean thread noodles. Is that what it's called? Mung bean, yeah, mung bean starch, potato starch and water. Oh, that's the ingredients.
I'm a kid.
There's different like types of vermicelli noodles, and it ranges from the thickness or thinness. Is thinness a word? But how thin or how thick it is how you categorize it. If you want to take a picture of this, take a picture of this. And you can find this in the noodle aisle. Oh yeah. The ground turkey. Oh, and another thing is, the first time I made egg rolls with ground turkey, I did what I always tell you guys not to do. I over seasoned it because my dumbass decided to put like fish sauce in it, and then like on top of all the other seasonings that I already added. And you guys, well, I don't know if you guys know, but fish sauce is very, very salty. So, you know, a little bit goes a long way. So I don't know why I thought like a lot goes a long way. I just decided to put it all in there. And in my opinion, I thought it was so salty, like, and even my dad, but then again, sometimes I can't trust my dad's opinion on it, because I feel like he be shady sometimes. Like, so if I try to make, you know, something he specializes in, he's gonna critique it and be like, oh yeah, it's so salty, and just be dragging it, but it really don't be. But I did think it was salty, but when I brought it to the function, all my friends was tearing it up. Like, they said, girl, what you talking about? It's not even that salty. Like, that time I learned my lesson. So this time, instead of putting fish sauce in it, I'm just gonna put dry seasonings in it. Okay, so I believe that's all of the ingredients that I'm gonna use. Seasonings that I'll be using for the meat and the meat mixture, I'm gonna be using chicken bouillon powder, chicken powder. I'm gonna put a little bit of seasoned salt in it. Bok ngok, MSG. I know it's not the healthiest, but whatever. You only live once, so enjoy it on the food, okay? Oh, and also, I am so extra because I'm making Vietnamese egg rolls, I decided to put on my Vietnamese pajamas. So yeah, some white pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I will start off by, let me see, because I actually don't know what I'm gonna start off doing. So I'm just gonna be winging this with y'all. So fasten up your seatbelts and let's get started. What we're gonna do first is with the mung bean thread noodles, vermicelli noodles, you're actually gonna take warm water, not hot. Don't boil it because you don't want it to like overcook and start like breaking up and stuff. You actually want it to be like, you just want it to be edible, but you don't want it to be like mushy, you know? You want it to have a little bit of like texture to it. I'm just gonna get a tin bowl like this and put in warm tap water is fine. And I'm just gonna soak this for about 10 minutes and then I'll see like what the texture is like at that point, and then we'll go from there. But in the meantime, I'll be like chopping up and shredding the vegetables and stuff like that. I hope this is a good angle. I actually finally purchased a ring light / tripod. So this is making my life so much easier because I don't know if y'all remember my first video, but I was balancing my phone on pasta boxes and stuff that I was using like in my for the recipe. So I was just like, oh my gosh, this is really fucking janky. And excuse my French. I'm really trying, y'all. I'm trying not to curse so much because I don't want nobody parents to be seeing me cursing this stuff, you know? I try to be a little respectful. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this warm water. It's either too cold or too hot. Come on, get it together. By the way, I'm so all over the place that I don't even know if you're able to follow this recipe. But what I would suggest is that you just like start, stop, rewind the video, fast forward, and whatever you need to do, because I don't know if you can focus while I'm talking and trying to do all of this. So I legit don't know what measurements I need to do of anything. I'm just seeing how much I think I need and then I'm going from there. So I just have tin bowl with warm water in it. So I'm just gonna put them in there. You may need to get a bigger bowl just so that everything submerges. I probably need to add more water in here. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but you see like how thin it is? Like you see how thin the noodle is? Like it's so easy to like overcook this. So that's why they recommend to just put it in some warm water instead of like trying to boil anything. Oh yeah, I'll see if this is... Hopefully this works. Every video I feel like I say things like this, like how do you hope that something works? Like you need to figure it out first before you start recording. But I'm just gonna, we're gonna learn together, okay y'all? Okay, so I'm just gonna let these, so it's currently 3:30 p.m. so I'll just let it for 10 minutes, and then like I said, in the meantime I will chop the vegetables and stuff. So first things first, I'm gonna be washing off. You know what washing off a carrot looks like, so I don't need to show you that part, okay?
So just peel the skin off, and then what I'm gonna do is use like a food processor to like shred it up. I think I'm gonna have to like chop it in smaller pieces in order for the food processor to do its job.
I'm just gonna start off by using one carrot first, because then I don't think I need that. I really don't think I need. When I tell you I have no idea if I'm doing this correctly to put it in a food processor, I'm just really just winging it. You gotta learn. You'll only learn if you actually do it. So trial and error. So if that doesn't work, we'll come back to the drawing board and we'll come back to the cutting board. So we can start over and see if we can like find a different like method. Look at me. I hope I don't break my food processor because I'm doing some dumb shit. So I'm actually making like maybe like 30 egg rolls right now. So I just have the carrots sitting in a bowl like this, and I'll set it to the side. I honestly have no idea where to start with this thing right here. I guess I'll just like cut it just to see what it looks like inside. So I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know if you can really see that, but it looks almost like a pear. And it has that kind of texture too. Maybe I should peel it first. Maybe that will help. Cause how am I gonna peel a piece like this? Y'all might witness me like cutting my finger. I don't think I can even. It's pretty tough. Let's just try this way. Yeah, so that peeler was not gonna get through this tough skin. So I'm just gonna take my knife and cut off the skin. Okay, so I pretty much got all of the skin off, and I'm just gonna just do the same thing I did to the carrots, basically, like have them smaller so I can like put it in a food processor. I'm just gonna take the ones that I cut up already and put them in the same bowl as the carrots, and I'm gonna finish cutting off the skin, and I'll get back to you guys. Oh shit, my dumbass, I literally forgot. Thank God I didn't leave it too long, but you know how I said we're gonna soak the mung bean thread noodles for 10 minutes. It's literally been 20 minutes. But thank God something just told me. Let me just go down here because I don't feel like adjusting the camera. Put it as warm as I thought that I should have, just in case. And luckily I didn't, because otherwise I would have looked over and it would have been a big mushy mess over there. Okay? So luckily I didn't. I left it for 20 minutes instead of 10. So we're gonna check on them right now. So as you guys can see, the noodles separated and stuff, and it's actually not it's not as like soft as I thought it was gonna be after like 20 minutes of sitting in this warm water. So I can actually probably let it sit for a little bit longer, because it still feels like a little. No, actually, it's probably supposed to be like this anyway. I think it should be fine like that. I think so. We'll see. I don't think you could die from eating like... I don't think you could die from eating undercooked noodles. Sometimes I eat... Let me tell y'all something. Sometimes I eat the pack of oodles and noodles straight out the pack, nothing done to it, just straight out the pack. Put the seasoning right on it, got your little ghetto chips. So I'm gonna drain this right now. You guys know what draining noodles look like, so I don't need to move my camera to show you this. Knowing me, I'll probably drop my phone in the water. So like I said, y'all know what it looks like to strain some noodles.
Just drying out the same symbol I used to soak the mung bean thread noodles in, because I want to put it in here so I can try to like dry it as much as possible, so that in the end when it's in the meat mixture, there's not too much moisture in there. Because you want to try to have it as dry as possible, because then when you fry the egg rolls, it'll be very crunchy.
Don't mind me, y'all. I don't have no paper towel in hand right now. So this is cooking on a budget, okay? We're gonna use what we got, period. Strainer, I just like try to squeeze out as much as I can as possible. I'm gonna put it right inside here so I can try to just like see if I can get more of the moisture out of it. So right now I like let these soak for, like I said, 20 minutes instead of 10 like I told you guys to do. But it's okay. It's still like kind of firm right now. It's still actually very firm, which I don't mind at all, because it'll add more texture to the egg rolls in the end. So I'm just gonna like try to like pat dry it as much as I can.
I recommend using, if possible, if you can get like a clean towel, a clean rag, that'll be even better, because you don't want make sure you got some strong, don't have no cheap like napkins like I'm doing over here, because I'm probably gonna have little particles of dissolved napkins in my thing, because I want to be all cheap like this. So I'm just like trying to push out all the moisture. Maybe I'll flip it. Hopefully this is not going to be a disaster. Okay, it's only one piece so far. So this is like soaking wet, you see? It turned from a dry napkin or dry napkins to this. So that's why I said try to like squeeze out as much of the moisture you can as possible. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's just a recommendation to have it as dry as you can get it. So I feel like that should be fine.
I feel like it's still kind of wet, but we're just gonna move on, okay? I will continue cutting off the skin off of the jicama, and then I will get back to y'all. Okay. I'm gonna chop up the shallots. I'll be putting all of these, the shallots, the jicama, and carrots in the food processor just to get it like finely chopped or finely shredded. I'm just gonna like, you know, like cut it so it's like smaller so it's able to fit inside the food processor. Like I said, hopefully I don't break my food processor doing that. So it's pretty much like, it looks like an onion inside, but it's actually purple. Them in slices so that I can, once again, like I said, for the millionth time, put it in the food processor. I think 2 shallots should be fine enough. 2 for the amount that I'm making. I'm just cutting up 2 shallots because, like I said, I'm gonna be making about 25 to 30 egg rolls. Okay, so I got my handy dandy food processor, and it has a puree and chop setting, so I'm gonna switch it over to the chop setting. Let me actually see if it works. I don't really know. I don't think I know how to work this, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So yeah, we're just gonna test it out now. Is it plugged in? It's plugged in. God. Ooh. Okay, so let me add in my. Well, I got that to work, but I don't know how to open it now. What the hell? My strong ass probably gonna break that shit. You just start off by putting in the shallots first. I think that will be the easiest to test out. So I'm just gonna pour in the shallots. This is why I literally hate doing anything that has to do with technology. You would think I'm like an old lady. I don't know how to do any of this shit. let me just unplug this before it starts. The food process is gonna start processing while I'm in the middle of trying to close the lid. Let me just take let me just take this out the socket and figure this out first. Got it. But every time, just to be sure, I will be taking it off because I don't want to be the one to find out that I didn't have it on tight. I think I got it. Well, we'll see. Like, I just did it one round and it's already like this. Can you see that? Yeah, it's already like chopped up finely, pretty fine like that. How did I not know what I did earlier? Let me just take out the corn once again, just in case. And let me figure this out before I do that once again. Like, how did I put it on? Like this, boom, like that. Okay, got it, I think. Now I can't figure out how to get this out. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be a long video. And when I snap my fingers, it'll be inside the bowl. We're gonna move this finely chopped shallots to the side. And we will move on to processing these jicamas and carrots. Okay, she's good as new. Now I'm gonna transfer these inside. Hopefully it'll be able to, like, what the hell? Just making sure this one still has skin on it, trying to weasel its way back.
That should be enough for right now. Hopefully these aren't too big of like a chunk. Feature on here that if it's not put on correctly, it doesn't work. Is it plugged in? With my luck, it would start like processing.
Maybe I put too much in it. Did I put too many in here that it won't like move it? Let's just try. It's getting less at a time. It's on tight at the bottom. Don't tell me these are too big to do it. Because I don't got the time. I don't got the time to be doing small. It's about to blow me so bad. Now it doesn't want to come off. Great. Lordy Lord. We're going to try this again for the 10,000th time. Put it in here. Hopefully it works. Because I really don't have the patience anymore. Like, I'm ready to end this whole video right now.
Like, I guess you have to have it like on a certain like angle or something because otherwise it's not going to turn on.
I don't want there to be like huge chunks in there. I want it to be chopped very fine. It should be good like that. Okay? So I'm just going to finish processing and chopping the other stuff because I can't sit here and just keep doing this on camera. You guys saw what I did. I transferred the jicama and carrots into the food processor, and I did it 2 times, 2 rounds, just to make sure that it's finely chopped like this. And then I'll add it to the mixture, the meat mixture. Okay, now I have the ground turkey in a tin bowl, and I'm gonna season it. Onion powder, garlic powder, bột ngọt, aka MSG, Like I said, I'm just eyeballing everything, you know, to what I think is gonna taste right. So if you're looking for a recipe that has exact measurements and stuff like that, this is not the one for you. I'm just being honest. White powder, not the white powder, not the white girl powder, the white pepper powder, white pepper, seasoned salt, or seasoning salt as everyone calls it. It literally says seasoned salt on it, and it's just like a habit to call it seasoning salt. Chicken bouillon powder. I'll be right back because I need to put some gloves on because I just got a fresh manicure and I ain't trying to mess it up too much. So I'll be back.
I'm just gonna mix up the seasonings in here. Get it all within here.
Also, when I add in the ground turkey to the other mixture with the jicama, shallots, and carrots, I'm probably going to season it just a little bit more, just so that the vegetables can have a little bit of seasoning as well. Almost, once again, forgot about the mung bean thread noodles, but I'm just having it, you know, sitting aside just so it can like dry up as much as possible. And then I'm actually gonna like put it on a cutting board and chop them up into like smaller, maybe like this, you know, this long. The next time I come back, I'll have this inside the vegetable mixture and mix it all together. So I'm not too sure where the video cut off at because my phone died. I'll be cutting these noodles up into like smaller pieces so it can go into the meat vegetable mixture. I'm just gonna cut them because I basically just want them to be like small pieces in there, you know, just to add like another texture, another layer of texture to it. So I'm just trying to cut these noodles up and then I'll add it to the mixture. Hopefully I'm getting everything. It's making a mess. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I have no idea, and I'm so over this video at this point. Just trying to mess around with the food processor alone was like enough for me to want to quit, but here I am.
I think it should be like too big of a deal if there's like some long pieces in there. Like it is what it is. Once you fry it, it'll be a different texture anyway.
Trying to cut it as best as I can. I think it cut off when I was like mixing this, like the ground turkey and the vegetables together, but I added more seasonings like I said I was going to do. So I added the same exact seasonings one more time to this after I like mixed up the carrots, jicama, and shallots into the ground turkey. So remember, I seasoned the ground turkey on its own first, and then once I mixed it all together, I seasoned it one more time. But the second time around I seasoned it, I didn't go as like heavy-handed as the first time around. I just seasoned it just a little bit just so that the vegetables could also be seasoned as well. So I'm gonna transfer this cut up bean thread noodles into here, and then I'll mix it up. Okay, so I have it in here and I'm just gonna mix it up. So depending on your preference, you can add as much of the bean thread noodles as you want to it. I'm trying to contemplate on whether I want to add more or not. Maybe I can add a little bit more to this. Mix these in this time. This time around I got lazy, so I didn't chop them up as small as I could get them. I was just like, whatever, it's going in the mixture, okay? After I mix this in, I'm gonna crack 2 eggs in here to help bind the meat, vegetables, and noodles. 2 eggs.
Just mix it around.
I'm going to take a little bit of this meat and cook it just so I can like taste it and see if it's to my liking before I start to roll the egg rolls. I just want to make sure because I don't want to, well, I'm not gonna be able to do anything if it's too seasoned, overly seasoned, but at least if it's not seasoned enough, I can add more seasoning to it. Okay, just heating this pan up so I can test out my meat mixture. I'm gonna add a little bit of, where's the oil? My wooden spatula. Remember to use your wooden utensils on these like cooking pans, these non-stick pans. So I'm just gonna take a meat mixture. I said meat mixture. Some of the meat mixture. And I'm just gonna cook it up and I'm gonna taste it to see like if it's seasoned enough. It smells so good. And I'm not just saying that because I made it. I wish you guys can try it. For the moment of truth. And y'all know I'm gonna keep it real. Even though I made it, or I might not. I might just say it tastes perfect. It tastes good. And then go on camera and season it more. But look at it. Look how it looks. But no, I could definitely add more of the chicken bouillon, because I was just scared that I was gonna over season it. But it's just right now. But I know I can do a little bit more. I'm be honest, I could do a little bit more. I'm happy I seasoned it 2 times, and just the amount that I did, because it's just right. But I feel like I said, I can add more of the I can add a little bit more of everything. So once again, we're back with the meat, and I will season it one more time, and I know it will just be perfecto. It's already so good right now, but I know I can definitely add more chicken bouillon powder. So I'm doing like 2 scoops of it. Ooh, I think I should add a little bit of cayenne pepper in it too. What y'all think? Well, you can't really tell me what you think, because I'm gonna either do it or I'm not gonna do it by the time you see this video. But I thought I'd just mention this. I think I add a little bit of cayenne pepper in it just to give it a little kick. Seasoned salt, just a little bit. Garlic powder, onion powder. I think I could add a little bit more of the seasoned salt. What you think? Bouillon, aka MSG. White pepper. I'll just be sitting on the side. How about back here? Yeah, you can see them right there. Okay, I'm gonna crack an egg into a small bowl, and this will be used to seal the egg roll wrap. I believe when my dad does this, he usually will crack the egg and crack the egg yolk inside the meat mixture and just use like the egg whites to seal it. But I'm just gonna do it my own way. And I'm just gonna use the whole egg wash. Move this out and put it on top of the bag. And what I do is I put it like this, like a kite shape, or you know, a diamond shape. Is this a diamond shape? I don't know. I haven't been in school in a long time. So I just blanked out for 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab a spoon. I'm gonna take the meat mixture. I'm just gonna put 1 spoonful And this is just like a regular, I think this is a tablespoon. Don't quote me on that. But I don't want to put too much or too little. I just want to put just enough, and I think that should be enough. So I usually just put it sort of in the middle, but a little bit lower. A little bit in the middle, but just on the lower end a little bit, okay? And then what I do is I'll just roll it out like this. Can you guys see this? Roll it up like this. There's different ways to do it. I can even just like go ahead and fold it in already. Just try to make sure that it's as tight as you can get it. Because I think if there's like a lot of room inside, like air in there, it'll mess with the cooking. It'll mess up the frying process. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I'm really at this point I'm exhausted. I just want to be done. So I don't even know what I'm saying. Let me move this back a little bit because I want you guys to be able to see the whole thing. Okay, not like that. Seal it. Try to get it tight. Some of y'all should be familiar with doing shit like this, so I don't gotta say too much. You can read between the lines. And there you go. The first rolled egg roll of the video. Show you guys one more time. So take one. Oh, by the way, when you guys purchase, if you do follow this recipe and you purchase this egg roll wrap, make sure to put it in the freezer because you don't want it to break. So by putting it in the freezer, it'll maintain its shape and like the texture of it. It won't make it like, you know, if you put it in the fridge, it might kind of, I guess you can say, like melt a little bit. So you want to freeze it, and then when you take it out the freezer before you do all of the other stuff that I did in this video. And then in the meantime, it'll defrost and it'll be the perfect like room temperature so that it won't break like when you try to roll it. So remember to freeze that when you purchase it, after you purchase it, if you're not going to make it right away. If you do make it right away and you purchase it from the frozen aisle, it should be okay. Once you get home, by the time you get home, you should be able to use it. Just make sure that it's like you feel it's room temperature, and then you should be fine. But it's always best to freeze this. So I'm going to show you guys again. Remember, put it in like the diamond shape. Take a spoonful. And then just kind of like lay it down so it can be in the shape of an egg roll. So it's easier for you to roll and it's as even as you can get it. What I usually do is I'll like roll it, you know, tuck it a few times before I fold the sides in, just so that it can be secure. Fold the sides in. Can you guys see? Try to roll it as tight as possible, just so there's not a lot of like air bubbles in it. Seal it. Roll it, and there you go. That's how it should look in the end, okay? Hours later, and I'm back here finally frying these egg rolls. Well, actually, I've been frying them, but there was a little mishap. So I don't know if I will show you guys all of this, but there was a little explosion going on. And remember when I told you guys I wondered why my dad only used the egg whites to seal the egg roll wraps. I decided to crack the whole egg and use the egg wash to seal it. But no, it burnt the side of the egg roll, and I guess it made it like burn quickly or fry quickly, so it burnt, and then it just like burst on that side. So luckily I only rolled like 20 of them like that with the egg yolk inside the sealant. So I tried doing his technique with just using the egg white, and it's working. I wanted to use, because I actually have like a deep fryer and it works like better. It obviously is meant for like frying things, so it's I guess like the temperature, you're able to like set it like perfectly to the right temperature in order to like fry it correctly. So I was lazy, I didn't get to set up that whole thing, so I'm just using like this wok right here. But I would recommend any type of like deep pan or like a soup pot, honestly, because the deeper the type of pot it is, the better, because deep fryers are usually like deep. And earlier I used like a regular type of frying pan, and I guess it was just like too shallow, so, and I had the heat on like too high, and it's like, look at these huge chopsticks. Like, this is so Asian. This is Asian as fuck. Like, who did you ever see chopsticks this big before? But anyway, so the turkey meat, it shrinks and it cooks quickly, so keep that in mind. Don't use the yolk to seal the egg roll wrap, just use the egg white. And what else? And also just seal it like at the tippy top, so there's not so much of the egg, like, you know, like the egg wash on the actual like egg wrap, because I guess that like also makes it like burn easily too. So just seal the very like tip of, so I ended up like, earlier I felt like I was putting it a lot like lower, and so this time around I sealed it just like at the very tip of the top, like this little area right here, just so it can like stick together. So far it's doing well. So as you can see, what I would suggest is that when you're frying them and you want to kind of like gauge how long you should leave them in for, I would just start off by doing 1 minute per egg roll and seeing how it does. And also it depends on what type of meat you're cooking as well, because like I said, the turkey, it seems to cook like quickly, but if you're using like, say you're using chicken or you're using pork or some other type of meat, it may take a longer time to cook it, so it also depends on that. The egg roll wrap on the outside is gonna fry quickly also, so you don't have to worry about that. Your main concern is making sure that the meat inside is cooked thoroughly. Say if you put 5 egg rolls in, fry them for about 5 minutes, and then take it out, like scoop it out, strain out the excess oil and stuff, and then just let it cool off for like a couple minutes, and then just cut the egg roll in half and make sure the meat is fully cooked inside, and then you'll be able to like kind of understand how long you need to fry them for, depending on what type of pan you're using, the heat levels, and things like that. Okay, so I actually added in more egg rolls and extended the fry time. So pretty much I would just say fry it until the shell is golden, because the turkey meat is for sure gonna cook quickly, so you don't even have to worry about that. But if you want to be on the safe side, like I said, just like take one out, drain it of the excess oil, and then cut it, let it like cool down for like a couple minutes, and then test it out and see if the meat is fully cooked or not. Okay, you're on your own with that one. But yeah, so pretty much once you see that the egg roll wrap is golden, it's done. And voila! Bow and apple tea. Hopefully you guys can see everything on this plate. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm praying that it wasn't too janky per usual. But anyway, you guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Show me some love. Show your girl some love. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because we're trying to get the subscribers up, okay? Like always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!